Be upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Out of the gun, Goff. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
In motion right, that's Williams. On 4th down, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A first down carry for Smith, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 15 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Goff now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down, Lions.
St. Brown in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Smith trying to run for it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry here for the running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Play fake. Here's Love. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
Goff throwing again. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Back to throw, Goff. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. 2nd and 9.
Love looking to throw it. And this complete to Mitchell. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Love. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Adnan Mitchell, 57 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw is Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Goff now looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Second down and 3. Throwing again is Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 43, here's second down and a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Now Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Love now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
To the air again, Love. It's caught. Mitchell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit them on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Now Goff.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. A give to Smith out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, 1.
Goff now looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Robertson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now it's Goff.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Now Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown in a 2. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll complete this one to Watson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Love, they go play action now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Love. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here's Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quay Walker picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 8, 2:08 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He finds his receiver, Watson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Working out of the gun. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Love looking to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
One last shot now for Love. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Santos with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.